Yeah. What up, everybody? Good morning, good morning, good morning. This episodic delay was brought to you by Henry County School Bus System. If you want to be really, really late for stuff, count on them. Good morning, kid. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, blessings, blessings. What's up, Jeff? Great morning to you. Hey, hey, hey. So listen, sharing is caring. This is your opportunity to share. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. I know we're already a little bit late. My folks is on time. I got Chuck D. Shut them down. Shut them down. In the building. Attack of the base heads. Fight the power. It's our fear of a black planet. All right, so let's go. Let's go. Hey, Mama Corey. Prayerfully get an opportunity to see you this week. Let's see. All right. So we're gonna get ready to kick it off. So listen, I need you to make sure you are staying connected to us. If you have children, grandchildren, great grands, great grands, I don't know where you at. In the school age from 4th to 12th, I need you to make sure you're staying connected. We will be having a financial literacy program releasing on Monday. I got some folks I'm releasing it to early just to check it out, make sure everything is flowing right. So make sure you stay connected. That's one of our initiatives that we have going on. All right, financial literacy program. So if you have kids of the kids, or know some kids, make sure they get connected. Oh, did I not mention it's absolutely free? FREE, the best price in the world. Things are much better when they're free. All right, so let's go ahead and kick it off. Make sure you're sharing. You know where we at. Brothers of Legacy, BOL. And if you missed any episode, make sure you're checking out the podcast. Check out the podcast. That's a way to support us financially as well. Because we have different we have a sponsor there. Every time you click, we get a couple of pennies. So share that. All right. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and kick this off. Gotta love it when things don't come together the way you want. When it's all good in the hood. All right, let's go.
You're watching the Brothers of Legacy. We don't stand out. We stand up.
Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning.
Morning. What up, brothers?
Yes, indeed. Good morning. All right.
You on me, brother Brian?
I just noticed that. Thank you, man. Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday, BOL family.
Yes, it is. I don't know if anybody. Well, I know AD been outside. Not a cloud in the sky.
Oh, yeah, not a cloud in the sky. Loving it.
In the wake of Hurricane Ian, it's good to be a Georgian.
Yes.
But our hearts and minds are with those being
100%.
impacted by Hurricane Ian.
Yeah.
We also extend our condolences to the family of Coolio.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is true.
59 years old.
Yeah. Wow.
Gone but not forgotten.
Right.
Gangsta's paradise.
Gangsta's paradise.
Fantastic voyage. Oh, all right. So, definitely hearts and minds go out to the family of Coolio. He's been very impactful in the hip hop space, particularly in the 90s. So, just a moment there. And those that are definitely in Florida and dealing, Florida that are dealing with the hurricane coming through, continue to be safe. I always wonder though, do you adjust or do you get used to, like if you live in an area, because you've been alive long enough, it's like a season. It's kind of like when you're in a wintry space, it's going to be snow. Like Florida, it's expected, not the categories, of course. It's like, maybe we just get a tropical rain, like what is it? What's the smallest category 1, right? It's 1 to 7 or something. But the smallest. It's only a 1. I'm going to the store. I'm going to work. It's only a 1. Here we're like hurricane doesn't matter. Like I ain't going out. There's like it ain't nothing.
Bro, that's the whole
just
Gulf Coast, though.
you said what?
I said that's the whole Gulf Coast.
Right. Do you just
From Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, South
I just want
Alabama,
Yeah.
all of it. Yeah, don't get me wrong, Florida, because it's got that peninsula.
Mhm.
It sometimes it crosses there, gets into the Gulf, and then hits somewhere else
Right.
on the Gulf Coast. So
Right.
fortunately, it didn't really hit us. Well, it's still early, and it hit
Right.
us twice.
Right.
But
Right.
that whole Gulf Coast region, man,
Yeah.
you pretty much guarantee it's gonna hit at least once
Right.
a year or once every other year.
Right.
It
Right.
ain't gonna be no 4-5 years. Oh, we ain't had no.
Right. Right. Like if you've
Yeah.
been there for a while, you kind of like I always just wanted you kind of adjust. He said, okay, at least it's I do not miss the hurricane, and getting used to them is what makes it even more dangerous with people getting comfortable and not wanting to evacuate. Indeed.
Yeah.
Like I think about Katrina. Man, this ain't, it's what we do. Board it up. We're gonna go sit in there. Like this is what we do. This is our tradition. Just kind of like the snowfall. All right, you know what to do. Put the snow tires on. Let's just live life. This is how we prepare. But
That's part of that conspiracy when you said Katrina. We'll talk
right,
about that at a later date, but
right.
Well,
I
there are
got
many who
Many.
were warned, who were actually told to get out,
Right.
and now those who decided not to are begging and pleading to be rescued in Florida.
All right. Right.
There are 1.2 million people without power in Florida.
Right.
Mhm.
I mean, there were videos of police officers going door to door telling people you need to leave. And there were people who wouldn't even open their door all the way
Wow.
for the police officers to talk to them.
Mm.
I saw a door open this far.
Wow.
And that's why they didn't want to be on camera.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Shameful. And now they're pleading for help.
That's interesting.
But and the thing is, I get it. Like some people, like there are literally people who probably had no place to go. But the thing is, Florida said they had shelters for people. Now I don't know the occupation rate of those shelters.
Right.
I just don't know. That kind of information hasn't been released yet. But one of the mayors said one of the mayors was asked, how many people do you think got out? And they said, there's no way to really know. We can only tell you how many people actually showed up at the shelters.
Right. I got you. Right. In comparison. Right. That's
there were guys, the the Darwin Award seekers that were out on the beach fighting the waves, the storm surges.
Oh, you talking about surfing?
Out in not surfing.
Oh.
Just jumping up and down and up against the piers. I mean, the water surges were coming in. One guy almost got pinned up against a concrete pillar.
Oh.
Yeah, they out there playing. They were out there playing in the middle of the storm. It's just, like I said, Darwin Award seekers.
You got explain that one.
The Darwin Awards.
Yeah, what do you
mean? The Idiot Awards.
Oh, okay. Just clarity. I need some clarity. I got you, Kadeem, because I was like, does Kadeem know? I was like, I don't know.
You really need. Do you listen? Let's see. How close can I get to the ground before I pull the cord from my parachute? How close can I get?
I got you. Let's see. Lisa said, yes, that happened a few years ago. Also, Pastor, when the people did not leave, then called 911 and was told they couldn't. Yeah, could I be assisted? Because like these police these are people too. Like I can't come out there.
Yeah, they literally told people, call 911 anyway, so that when they are able to reestablish emergency services, they'll have you on the list and get to you as soon as they can.
Right. Yeah. He said the Lamont. That's good. Sanford and Son reference right there. That's good.
That's good.
What's up, Mike? All right. So now we kind of talked about that. Can we really build together. So yesterday, I was talking about like selfishness and kind of the different, like the hero, the victim, and basically the complainer. Those that perpetually kind of fit in those spaces, like the hero that stands on a statue. Like I'm the savior of everybody. I'm just gonna change everybody's life. But kind of holds it against people. Kind of in that space. Then there's the victim that no matter what happens, they never take blame. They're always being victimized. Man, it's the system. Something else, but it's never the actions. And then the one that sits back and just complains, and that's kind of where we ended up with. And we started talking about did we get into the brainstorming, not brainstorming, coming together with ideas and people that support and the haters and all of that, and those that just have genuine concern for certain ideas. So today, kind of like part twoing the selfish compensation. Is it possible to build together? Now, what I'm talking about more or less is if someone has an idea, um, can you share it with somebody and build it together? Or are you too stuck on this is my idea? You know, can you share in the reward? Can you share in the profit? Can you shift it, enough where like Kaneem says, I hear some of that, but what if we did this to make it more applicable to more people? Because sometimes we have great ideas, but they're narrow. It's like, yeah, I don't think everybody gonna get on board with all of that. But some of that is dope. Like, what if we not do this? Or what if we kind of open up like let's just say, even with Brother Legacy, I'm like, we are a black male Southern, like Christian Church of God in Christ. Like we did all I'm narrowing it all the way down. Church of God in Christ from the South, this is we and Kadeem like your ideas are dope, but you're kind of like cutting some folk out. Like, I think this can serve more people. Okay, we keep it black, but take away a lot of this other stuff. Like is it necessary? Just and that's just the kind of example, but I think that happens a lot of times. We have these ideas, but sometimes they can be narrow, and someone can say, "I can get with it, but you need to kind of change it up so it's a little more broad, so it can cover some more people." Because sometimes we just niche it down way too small. It's like you could become successful, but I think it can help more people. You just gotta change your messaging, change how because some people have great products. It's like, I think this can serve more people. So are we willing to? Because when you're by yourself starting with an idea, right? You got it on paper, you excited, like we talked about. You look in the mirror, like, boom, this is it. You get your sales pitch together, you pitch it to some get excited, someone like, and you're like, boom, this thing's gonna be great. And then some months later, like I run into Kadeem, like, hey, I got this. Like, that's dope. But what if? Like, what if? Just an idea. Will you be willing to receive it, to shift it for it to become more successful? Or would you be kind of because we get emotionally attached. We get attached to the things we create. Let's keep 100. We created idea. You created the logo. You created the name. Like, oh, this is from heaven. Like, God dumped down on me. I'm trying to share with you. So, but can you shift it? So I'm gonna throw it to Kaneem first. Like, you got this grand idea, you put it all together, got the name, boom, and I'm coming along, and I'm like, that could be dope, but you need to change some things. And they're viable. Like, let's even say, Pastor hears me say it, and he co-signs on one. He's like, you know what, and AD could be right about that. Like, if you broaden it, I think there are people I can take it to. But with it the way it is right now, it's kind of harder to sell. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's the difference between radio music and what you hear in the club.
That's a great example. That is a great example. Yeah, right.
I
Are you willing to do the censored version?
Oh yeah, I mean, hey, bro. Every time you see me, I'm doing the censored version. So yeah, um, yeah, man. I mean, I've never been selfish with any of my ideas. I've always tried to include. I've always wanted to, you know what I'm saying, help somebody else help me. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
it's
Okay.
it's 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 just like my brother said yesterday, Matt. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be on the island when you're trying to,
All
you
right.
know what
Yeah.
I'm
Right. Right.
saying, have a prosperous uh, idea. I mean, don't
Right.
get me wrong. You came up with the idea, but you need a
Right.
team. You need others to be involved, and you need somebody to bounce ideas off of. You know what I'm saying? So other people may see what you can't see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it may be your idea may have sparked something in them to be like, oh,
Right.
what about this?
Right.
What about that? To make your idea more concrete.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, I've never shunned away from partnerships or joint ventures or whatever label you want to put on it coming together. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's just some of them are ridiculous. Let's go ahead and make that clear.
I was
Some
gonna
of
talk
them are
about that
ridiculous.
today too. I'm glad you went there first. And
Yeah,
sometimes that might be a little ridiculous.
some of them are ridiculous,
Or the
but
timing may be off.
yeah, well, the time, but the idea is still great.
Yeah. Yeah.
But those ideas that are ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll
Right.
give you one example. My uncle, he in Tacoma, Washington, he wanted to actually come up with some type of floating apparatus made from a mattress and a motor, and actually
Okay.
had a video of him
Okay.
in a river on a
Rockefeller.
mattress
Right.
with a motor.
Okay.
Yes,
Wait. Okay.
ridiculous.
Wait, hold
I
on.
gave you a visual. I
I'm
mean,
trying to find the positive
the
in it. Hold on.
visual is right there. That's the visual. A mattress on a river
With a
with a
motor.
motor and a dude on it. I mean, what else you need? That's the
Wait,
visual.
wait.
Is that not ridiculous? Why don't you
Wait.
just get a boat?
Right. He's trying
Come
to make
on.
it a more Hey, Mama Corey in
Oh,
It's
she in
the
the
ridiculous.
house. What's going on,
It's
Mama Corey?
ridiculous. Hey, sweetie.
building.
Oh,
AD, I
glad to
missed
see
you
you in
yesterday.
town.
Philip is
Yeah.
on too. Philip, my cousin Philip is on, so Philip
Hey,
can see your
Philip.
face.
Yeah.
Yep. AD, I
Oh.
missed you yesterday.
Uh-oh.
Oh, because he was on a plane.
Yeah.
Oh no, she missed you at the airport.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Yep.
You got the executive class yesterday.
Kaneem, I know you won't be up in this part of town, huh?
Not no time soon.
Listen.
Not no time soon, but I will be. Let's see. I'll be in Forest Park. That's almost that way.
Yeah.
Well, we sure would like
Yeah,
to see
Forest
you while
Park
we're
is
here.
about 20 minutes.
And Alicia, my sister's gonna be here. I'd like for them to meet her.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Aunt Sam
On
is
10.
going to be
All
here.
right.
Aunt Pat's going to be here today.
Okay.
Well,
I
they'll be
haven't
here.
met Aunt Pat. I met Aunt Sam.
Well, you'll
Okay.
meet Pat.
Okay.
And I want her to meet your wife.
Okay.
Oh, well, I'm
No
gonna send
pressure.
I'm gonna send
A
her
little bit of
right
pressure
now.
there.
A little pressure.
Well,
Just a little bit.
I ain't worried about Samantha. I know I better see her. You know, I know I better see Samantha.
Oh,
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
See, Lisa said hi.
Oh, hi, Lisa. Okay, love you guys. Love
love
you
you too.
every
all
day.
right.
Appreciate
Enjoy
it.
yourself.
Oh,
All
I
right.
am.
Let's see. Just said a great analogy is be well when AD is all by himself. It's a little struggle. Then when you guys show up, it's a real smooth because all of the weight is yes, indeed, my brother. Indeed. He said, oh, she said, of course. Sam,
Oh,
hey,
Samantha was
Sam.
saying, of course, Mom.
So yeah, definitely. I got you. We're gonna circle back to that mattress with the motor.
Come on now. Don't it just sound ridiculous? Come on now.
Listen.
Get a boat.
I guess
Get a boat. That's what you do. Get a boat.
I guess I'm I'm just such an idealist. Like when you put something together, though, like it's different. Like if I drew it out for you, you know, like, hey, Pastor, look at this. You're like, but if I built it, you know, like, you know, like you took time on this. You know, I don't know. That's me. Like someone took time to put the motor on and it float. I was like, okay, what more can we do with this? You know, like that'll be me. Like, okay, what can we really make happen with this? And then it's like, how much that cost you to do? What if we did, you know, like, did it have to be a Posturepedic? A purple mattress?
I'm gonna look for it, right? I know it ain't gonna be today.
Okay, wait, man, when you find it, yes. Yes.
My uncle, he put it on his Facebook page. So I'm gonna see if I can get it and copy the video or forward the video. Like when you see him in this river, you're gonna be like,
but it's floating though. Okay, I'm sorry. All right.
I'm like, now you know better. You know better. Come on. Like when you see this video, man, you're gonna just laugh. I'm telling you.
Good morning, Deborah. Good morning. Listen, Sam, don't do that. I said, please don't give him any ideas. Please, don't worry. I got it. Oh man. Oh, he said Kadeem is so practical. Why don't you just get a boat, right? Hey, Alicia. Oh man. Whew.
Hold on,
I needed that. But yeah, so like you said, other than the ridiculous ideas, you'd be willing, like say your baby, something you thought of, you know, and someone comes in to tweak it a little bit, you know, would you be willing to or listen to it, or would it be challenging, or has it happened, you know?
Oh, I mean, like I said, I've as far as challenging, I've had some challenges, but they weren't business related challenges. They were personal related challenges. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like, you know, some folks don't really value time like I do. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a big stickler on my time.
Right.
I don't like to be late. I don't like to, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing because I don't know how much time I got left, and I don't want to wait not 1 minute, second, just frivolously without me. You know, so it's different when I waste my time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's mine.
Right.
But when you waste my time, it's kind of
I got you.
But yeah, so that's what it was a personal thing. You know, I'm always late, always. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my way, but then you 45 minutes, you still on your way. You know what I'm saying? So that really, well, I ain't gonna curse, but yeah, it really do something to me.
I got you. Come burn your nerves. It burns your nerves. Yeah, I hate that. I just like that. Like, I just like it more if you set it up and you super late. You know, like it's different if I'm like I'm setting it up. I was like, you don't come through, you know, and you're late. I'm mad, but I'm really mad. You set this up. This is your space. You know how long it takes to get there.
I ain't gonna lie to you, brother. It worked for me both ways. Well, you said
either way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because if I have given you ample forewarning,
right,
what time it's supposed to happen.
Right.
Now, don't get me wrong. Something can happen. A traffic accident, wardrobe malfunction, anything.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? I try to prepare for stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always try to be somewhere 10 minutes early.
I feel what you're saying. I feel you.
That way, if something happens, I still may be late, but I can give you enough time to be like, okay, make preparations, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not, you say 7 o'clock and I'm calling you at 7 o'clock saying, I'm going to be late to 8 o'clock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, if it's 7 o'clock, I need to be calling you by no later than 6 if I ain't going to be there. You know what I'm saying?
We can't hear you past that.
Yeah, you knew at 6 you were going to be late.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and and release
Oh,
you,
I was
at
hoping
least
for
you
the
can go
best.
and do something else.
Right,
Because
right,
you know
right,
I'm already gonna be late.
right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Make other preparations, or you can be like, hey man, just stay where you at.
right,
You know what I'm saying? Don't even worry about it if you're gonna be that late. You'll
right,
be something.
right. Yeah,
But
yeah.
anyway,
I got you. I got you. So, Pastor, for you, with different ideas in business, or that you're getting into, someone comes and wants to help, and they have modifying ideas. Um, are you willing to like shift and listen and make those adjustments, or is it can be challenging? Because I know sometimes, like I said, especially if you've been rolling with it, it seems like it's working. Like, but someone comes in and says, "Hey, I think we can take this here to here with these, adjustments," and they're willing to put the work in too, not just these suggestions. I'm walking away. If we, with an agreement, would you be willing to make those adjustments? And it's go ahead. I'm gonna let you answer, and then I'll.
No, what were you gonna
Oh,
ask?
because it's funny because I watched this show. Marcus Lemon. He used to come in and help people's businesses that was failing, but like they were sensitive to most of his changes. Especially if it was like this was passed down. Like it's got my mama name on it. And he wants to change. Like these colors are dry. Like there's we've done research. Like you need to change these colors. Change. And their face is just like it needs to be done. The dude is successful. Like he's showing you how to make this business work, but it's like they're so sensitive to everything. It's like he's not telling you to change his formula. Right. You remember it, Jeff? Throw the name up there, if you remember the name, because I can't remember the
I had a
Prophet. I
few
think
of
it was
'em.
call.
Restaurant makeovers.
Nah. He was called the Prophet.
I don't know that one.
The Prophet, like money making prophet, but kind of play on words. Yeah, right. They all got pissed at him, right? But they would like their business. Every business was like trash. Like it's like most of those reality. What is this? Like, what is that? Like let me look at your numbers. Of course, when they talk, oh, we're like $300,000 in debt. Okay. Tomorrow I'm gonna look at the books. It looks like you're $30 million in debt. Oh no, that they start backtracking. But yeah, but when they're trying to change things, when it's trying to change stuff, it's like
It's like I need help, but I'm gonna tell you how to help you.
Right. It's emotionally invested. They're emotionally invested. Not Restaurant Impossible. I think it's called The Prophet, if I'm correct. Let me know, Jeff. But yeah, yeah. So I say that. Go ahead, but it just the emotional part. I get it. Like I said, if it's passed down, it's got my mama name on it, my mama colors. It's hard. Yeah. They were all so far in like a month from closing. like I'm like, do anything, whatever you want to do, because he would write a check. He's like, I'm investing in, I'm a partner now. Sometimes he would like, every rare, he would be like, I'll take 40%. He said, but y'all need a lot of help. I need control. So this check is going to represent
I know what you're talking
55%.
about.
55% interest.
I did.
So I can make any decision here because I don't need to be going through you.
But he was only buying restaurants, though, right?
No. The Prophet, it was everything.
All kind of businesses.
He would do retail, everything. He would mess with some restaurants, but it was a lot of retail stuff. Because that's what he did. That's what he did.
I remember him writing the check, and then he had to take over. But when he took over, it made a profit.
Right. Because
I remember that.
He had the process. His 3 P's or something: people, process, and something else. But I'm sorry, Pastor. Go ahead. I went over my tangent.
No, and forgive me if I seem distracted, you all. I'm a proud papa today because my second oldest daughter, my wife is sending me pictures because she's sitting at the attorney's office closing on her house.
Oh, nice.
This is the first of my children to purchase a home on her own.
Wow.
So I'm a little emotional this morning.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a big
What up,
deal.
Michael?
Yeah.
Marcus Lemon. Yeah, there you go.
And my wife is her real estate agent.
Nice.
So,
That's
so
awesome.
AD, I've always considered myself from a personality and resource perspective as the type of resource that could enhance something that already exists.
Right.
So I'm that guy, like you're talking about I'm the guy who comes in with ideas for something that has already been established. I just want to come in and try to make it better.
Right.
I'm an enhancer.
Right.
I've never seen myself really as a creative spirit.
Mm-hmm.
So I've spent the bulk of my life trying to help people make it better.
Right.
So when I decided to launch into ministry,
right,
people, process, and product. Okay.
Right.
Thank you, Lisa.
Yes.
When I decided to go start something from the ground up, I refused to do it on my own. Right? There's no way that I'm going to do this on my own.
Right.
If I do this on my own, I will fail.
Right.
Right. And so I'm always open to ideas. I'm always open to, suggestions. They may not all make it, but definitely we will entertain it.
Yeah.
And count up the cost. So I've never struggled in that area. I'll tell you and I'm saying with projects and things of that nature, where I have struggled is on a personal level, getting help. Does that make sense?
Yes. Sorry. Thought I heard something. Thought I heard something in the crib. Like, this is about to change the whole broadcast.
Like, wait, you looking? I'm like, I'm trying to figure out, do I need to jump in the car?
Right. Like what am I? It's about to change the broadcast. Yes, that does. That makes a lot of sense.
Right. So I had to learn how to get help for me.
Right.
But for stuff, no. I'm always open, and I'm excited because I feel like I do believe it's better when we do it together.
Right. Indeed.
Who's that behind you, AD?
Yeah, definitely it's the enhancer. See there, Kaneem, enhancer. Give me the mattress and the motor.
Bro, I'm make sure you text me if I forget, man.
Yeah, I will. I got to see it. I
want to show you that video, man.
Stop playing around. I ain't playing. Listen, just keep it running. Y'all just listen. So, yeah, definitely.
I just, it's like, how far are you going to get on your own without other ideas?
Right.
Honestly,
right.
How far are you going to get? We are village by nature. So why would you want to get out here and not get any input? That's a very lonely world.
There's this constant theme, and I kind of get it, because when you're in the developmental stage and it's hard to explain it, it's kind of like you're building it. But they always saying, like, move in silence. Don't tell anybody what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I get an initial idea, because, sometimes you got to convince yourself, like, I think that sounds good. Then, you write it down. You're like, okay.
That's different.
Yeah. And I'm like,
that's a phase.
Yeah. Like the phase.
Like if you're trying to kick it off.
Right.
You don't want the naysayers to prevent you from kicking it off.
Right. When you try to develop it. Yeah.
Right. In that sense, you show them what you did as opposed to what you're going to do.
Right.
You have to be careful who you share your plans with. That goes back to the 3 C's: constituent, comrade, confidant. Right. Be careful what you share in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because
definitely.
you don't want someone to take what you have and go do it themselves. There's all kinds of things. But again, that also has to do with the makeup of your ecosystem.
Right.
Right. Do you know who's in your ecosystem? Have you identified roles for people that build you up, that make you who you are, or that can support you in your efforts to do what you do? Right. Ecosystem is critical. So if your ecosystem is such that you're so concerned with sharing your ideas with people, then you probably need to redesign your ecosystem, the people that you're leaning on.
Right. Do and this question for you guys as well as those that are listening. Are you really that nervous or that concerned that somebody will steal your idea? You know, like when it comes to sharing, like anywhere, like anywhere. Like, I mean, it's one thing the Coca-Cola formula, like this is good. How you make that? Yeah, it's good. you can invest. Like that's one thing. But an actual idea or process, like I thought about, because most things, like even like Facebook, it wasn't like it was semi-original, but it was gonna come either way. it was part of an evolution. Somebody else was gonna build a social media where we can all be in one space and talk to each other. Like eventually, he just kind of jumped on it first and built it up because the twins could have put it. If they found somebody else, put it together quickly, it would have just been who can push it out to the public first. You understand what I'm saying?
I think it's more about that. It's more about who can get it out first.
Right.
I mean, well,
do you worry about the stealing of ideas though?
Yeah. I mean, when you reference Facebook, they really weren't the first.
Right.
I don't know if a lot of y'all remember MySpace.
Right. I hated MySpace.
It was kind of the first social major nationwide platform.
Right.
But I think Facebook came in and made it more user friendly because when you was on MySpace, there were no pictures, there were no videos, there were none of that. It was just really text and messages and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You could send pictures.
Yeah.
But it wasn't when you clicked on your page, you didn't have a picture of you right there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So and then you get to link your friends.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like on Facebook, you put up all your friends are bam right there in your face.
Right.
MySpace, you had to actually, hey, I'm sending you this. Hey, I'm sending you that. Right. So I think that's what really blew it up because it reached everybody at the same time instead of one by one by one by one.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, as far as ideas though, if you are a creator,
mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think you would probably, you
really sensitive
think about who you sharing your ideas with. You know what I'm saying? Like you think about copyrights, patents, and stuff like that, because you have created something from scratch. You know what I'm saying? But as far as copying something that's already been done, that's been proven to be successful, and you just putting your spin on it, that's a little something different. You can share that with anybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just think that you probably, I got this idea. We can do this. We can do this. We're in a whole different market. We whatever the case may be.
Right.
But it's already been done.
Right.
You just doing it in your immediate or local area.
Right.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know what
I mean, there's not, Bible says nothing new under the sun, but there's not really a lot of original ideas, I guess, but they're things that I guess they grow, they develop. It's an evolving, because with the way technology evolves, a new technology opens up the door for new ways to create something different.
I give you another example. My aunt, right? So she's a creator. She created this piece of equipment for sanitizing or sterilizing, I should say.
Okay.
Toothbrushes.
Okay.
So and I think she used like ultraviolet rays and steam. It's a combination of stuff. I had to get the link and send it to you. But yeah, she trying to get her stuff in Walmart and Target and stuff like that.
Right.
Well, and she already got patents and things of that nature. Because she used to have this product called Earmates, and she did pretty good with that. I went to a couple of conventions with her. Now the Earmates they were disposable covers that goes on the headsets of those people using the microphones in drive-throughs. Instead of you having that little foam on your ear, And
Right.
then next shift they got the foam on their ear,
I-
and everybody sharing that same earwax.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
So
got you.
she had
Okay.
the cover. Well,
Okay.
when you change, you just throw it away, but you
Right.
keep the foam part. So
Right.
she did pretty good on that. She was with McDonald's, Wendy's,
Wow.
KFC.
Okay.
She was with a few people.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
But yeah,
Okay.
but she's a creator.
Right.
So
That's
she's
good.
very selective on who she shares her ideas with. You know
That
what
makes
I'm
sense.
saying?
That
And
makes
she
sense. I mean,
and she always has an NDA with whoever she talks to. You feel what
got
I'm
it
saying?
available. Like,
You
hold.
know,
I need to sign this right here before we even start talking.
yeah,
We just coming over for lunch. Just sign this because we're
yeah.
gonna
If
talk a
I'm
lot.
talking about it, if
I mean, I'm talking about it some
Yeah,
point during this conversation.
because when she shows her product, she wants you to be like, hey, you can't talk about this without
I
referencing
feel you.
me.
feel you.
You know what I'm saying? So
I got
it just depends. You know what I'm
I got
saying?
you. I got
But
you. That
I
makes
was just
sense.
giving you a example.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, especially like infant stage stuff. You feel like I guess so because like my mentor that's been on here, David, and he spoke about some people he gets with, and they they don't let him record. they don't let him record the session, but the sessions are recorded so you can review it later. But he's like, they don't want me recording because they're worried that I'm record and go through and take his eye. And I'm like, I guess I get it because like you said, the ear mates. It's one of those obvious evolution things, but it's like I want to be the first to get it. Like I gotta get it. I gotta get it made. Especially like you're right. And if you talk to somebody that has more money than you, they can get it popping quicker. Like they'll have a prototype by next week. So
Mhm.
I do understand. I do understand the protecting of ideas. I get it.
Yeah,
I
she
get it.
saw.
If you
Yeah,
create
she
it,
saw
right?
someone. Either she saw a dirty piece of foam, or she
Right.
saw someone put a napkin in between the foam and their ear.
Right.
You
Right.
see that all the time.
Right.
Well,
I've seen that.
if
Yeah.
you don't see the drive-through person,
Right.
you will see that all the time. But that's
Yeah.
what she came up with that, and she did like she had an ear mates.
Nice.
Like that's actually a title with marketing and everything.
Sounds-
You know what
Could
I'm
you do
saying?
something with the name? That sounds too close to ear mites.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you have that.
Would she have received that? Would she have been open to that?
Yeah, I
That's
can
interesting.
call her. I can call her. You can ask her, but
No, I mean, like, would it? Have you ever suggested, like, if she had a product, like, hey, what if you did this? If she's open, it would based on what you know about her,
Yeah.
if someone gave her something to kind of improve what she was building on. Do you think? Just asking. I mean,
I'm not sure, man. I've
Okay.
I've never really gotten to her because I'm not a creator. I'm not an inventor.
I got
She's
you.
an inventor. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right. But the thing is, like, you create a great product, right? And then we got creators, you got marketers, and you got sellers. You understand what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So the salesperson would be like, I hear you, but that's challenging to sell. I get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I always think about, like, that's the portion I think about. Like, say you create something, Kaneen, or you come up with something, and I'm like, that's dope. But how can I sell that? How could I like the challenge of selling car insurance on TV? Like
Yeah, that was her issue with the ear mates, man. So because when she came down, I had a couple of guys that was interested in being investors.
Right.
So it was she was requesting 300,000 for the investment,
Okay.
and so they was coming together, and but they wanted a percentage
Of course.
of her business, but the percentage was too high. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, "No, I just want y'all to invest, and I can give y'all a certain amount of the profit because her stuff was gonna be nationwide. It wasn't like it was just gonna be.
Right.
I mean, she coming from Texas,
Right.
and the investors are here in Georgia. The
Right.
ones that I introduced her to,
Right.
and
Okay.
and they was like, we want 30% for 300,000.
Mhm.
And she was like, "No, I'm thinking more of a profit percentage than a ownership percentage."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can guarantee you, I can show you financials, and you can get a profit off of that,
Right.
and it can be in perpetuity for your 300,000. But
Right.
it's not going to be 30% of my overall business. Yeah,
Right. Not that much. I got you. That makes sense. I get it. It's so funny. And Jeff says sounds like Shark Tank. Listen, Shark Tank. Yeah, I've heard their numbers are horrible. Their percentages sometimes, at the end is like the worst. But then I understand you're on TV. Like you're in front of them. They hold the leverage.
And they successful, and they got a network of logistics to make you money.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like these dudes who my aunt was messing with, they didn't have a network, they didn't have logistics, they just had the money.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So she was like,
I like the one thing I do like, I will say, sidetracking with Shark Tank is the thing I never thought about. Like, say, can you give me like 100,000? I'll give you like 20% till your money's paid back, and then perpetuity, you'll get this percentage. Like you'll get that, but I'll at least guarantee you'll get the money you put in back. Not guarantee, but at least give you a better chance at getting your money back quicker. So if at least it failed, you get half of it. You got half of it back. So yeah, I like that idea. Let's see. I was reading, Jeff said, I remember when my son was a baby. He's 38 now. My wife took him to the bathroom to change him. She had to put him on the counter to do it. She came out and said they need some kind of changing table in the bathrooms for moms. Missed that boat, Jeff. You missed that.
Well, actually, she was just in the wrong bathroom, because 38 years ago they did have changing tables.
38? Yeah, did they?
Yes, they did.
Maybe I was young. I didn't pay attention to it.
Yeah, that was the 80s.
Right. I ain't pay attention. I ain't pay attention. I was a grown. I was like,
but they had designated certain designated locations had it.
Right,
you couldn't go to every.
The malls had them.
Mall, right.
Well, yeah. But that's a designated location.
McDonald's.
But that's what I mean. I'm saying like high end facilities had them, but lower end they hadn't reached the gas station.
But you wasn't going to McDonald's and do it. You know how famous McDonald's was 38 years ago.
McDonald's bathroom is a closet.
Hey, unfortunately, fellas, I got to get off.
Yes,
I do too, man. I have to jump.
It's 10 o'clock already, guys?
All right.
And I actually have a 10 o'clock call. They're waiting on me now.
All right.
Hey,
appreciate you guys for being here. I'm going to close it out.
Sharon is Karen.
Karen is
988.
There you
go. Donate if you can.
Hey, boom, I like that.
Cash out, whatever. Yeah. I don't know it by heart, but yeah, all that.
Yes, indeed.
And y'all have a good one.
Yes, you too.
All right, bro.
All right, so
text LWN to 84576. What is it?
LWN. There you go. 84576.
Be safe.
Yes, indeed. Be safe. Drive safe. We
know that we love you.
Guys. Yes.
But Jesus loves you better.
There you go. That's the most important right there. That's important. All right. And to stay connected, go to www.brothersoflegacy.com. We got so much going on. I need you to go there. I'm just doing some lives later today about some of the stuff we got going on. All right. We gotta go. Peace out.